Thank you. It's my great honor to be speaking here today on behalf of the Laker organization, and it's an even greater honor to be speaking on behalf of Laker fans. There are many things for which I am thankful to my father. Near the top of the list is when he declared to Kobe, "I want you to be a Laker for life." Trading for Kobe back in 1996 set this franchise and this city on a journey that was beyond our wildest dreams. We all know the numbers tell a story. 20 years with one team, 33,643 points, 18 All-Star selections, a league MVP award, 2 NBA Finals MVPs, and the one that mattered the most to Kobe himself, 5 NBA championships. Every one of them achieved here in Lakers purple and gold. Those points, those wins, those points, those wins, those trophies, they weren't just statistics. They were moments that transported us and brought joy to Laker fans across the city and around the world. I have spent almost my entire life around sports, and I can tell you I've never met or witnessed anyone like Kobe Bryant. Everyone who watched him play the game knows he did things on the court unlike anyone else. He was a scrapper, a fighter, a winner, and he was also an artist, and he could bend the world to his will. I think that is what my father meant when he said seeing Kobe play was like watching a miracle unfold. An NBA team once offered to trade us 5 players in exchange for Kobe, but Dr. Buss declined, explaining that Kobe was as rare as a flawless 5-carat diamond, and 5 1-carat diamonds would never equal the same value. I think of Kobe constantly and miss him and Gigi more than words can say. But today I am filled with joy because in the future I know fans will gather here in the shade of this statue besides this building where Kobe gave us so many memories, and we will share what he meant to us. And as we do so, we will motivate a new generation to emulate the Mamba mentality. And might I add, I bet we will see photos of a marriage proposal that takes place right here, inspired by the true love story of Kobe and Vanessa. That is why I'm so grateful to be here today with his family to celebrate him and make sure that his legacy endures. In 2009, 13 years after telling Kobe he wanted him to be a Laker for life, my father described Kobe as a marvel. He was, he is, and he will always be. Thank you.
Vanessa, thank you for allowing me to be here. Natalia, Bianca, Capri, this is special. Your dad, as you know, and your husband, one of the greatest human beings, not just basketball players, one of the greatest human beings to ever walk this earth, and one of the greatest basketball players to ever touch a basketball. So no matter what people ever try to tell you later about who the GOAT is and all that, remind them, okay? Today we gather not only to, we still mourn the loss of, obviously, my beloved teammate, but to celebrate the extraordinary life of a leader, an inspiration, and a true culture shifter on and off the basketball court. In the realm of sports, Kobe was not merely a great player. He was a dedicated father. Like some of the stories, when people ask me my favorite Kobe stories, I go to the father stories. I go to the girl dad stories. He was dedicated to that, as these girls know, and Vanessa knows. He was a dedicated father, a pillar of strength for his family. His commitment to fatherhood was unwavering, just as his dedication to the game was. He intentionally balanced the demands of competition and family life. And I'm personally still in awe of how, on the rare days off that Phil Jackson used to give, Kobe still found the energy to go Disneyland with the family on those days off. That impressed me almost more than anything he did on the court. But he wasn't just a champion, he was unmatched. His prowess, a rare specimen that left opposing players and all teammates inspired. He didn't just play the game, he defined it. Like that's really what it was like to be around him on a daily basis. He set the standard, he broke records. The legacy he leaves behind are foundations upon which current players and future players build their dreams. His leadership went beyond scoring points. I know people only think of him as scoring points, but he passed, I know. I was the beneficiary of many of those passes. And it was about fostering a winning mentality. So when we talk about the Mamba mentality, it's not just about you. And for the guys and girls that wear the shoes and wear the jerseys, and you talk about the Mamba mentality, if you ain't winning, you ain't winning. And that's what the Mamba mentality was also about as well, to push everybody to be their best, not just you. He was often the heartbeat of our team, a guiding force that propelled us to greatness. His impact extended well beyond victories. It was about shaping character, instilling a sense of pride and confidence in all of us that wore the purple and gold. In the realm of basketball, again, he wasn't just a player, he was a legend, like an actual living legend. That's what it felt like to be around him. His name now etched in the annals of sport forever, a beacon that continues to guide aspiring players. The echoes of his accomplishments will reverberate in the aspirations of those who wear his sneakers today. As we continue to remember our fallen basketball angels, Kobe, Gianna, and the people we lost that tragic day 4 years ago, let us not just dwell on the sadness of how that feels, but let us today and forever moving forward celebrate the greatness that their lives represented. Kobe transcended basketball, the boundaries of the court. He touched the lives of all of us who had the privilege to know him.
Good afternoon, everyone. The first known statue was made 35,000 years ago, which was around the time, thank you. The first known statue was made 35,000 years ago, which was about the same time that I entered puberty. And not much has changed since then. People still have a deep need to pay homage to those among us who represent the best versions of humanity. This statue may look like Kobe, but really, it's what excellence looks like, what discipline looks like, what commitment looks like, what love of family looks like. The fact that all those qualities came in the form of an exceptionally handsome man is just a bonus. Coach Wooden used to frequently quote Benjamin Franklin's line, "By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail." When I was on the Lakers coaching staff, I had the opportunity to watch Kobe practice. I had never seen a player prepare with such focus and determination. It is the one thing to want to excel, but it's another to drive yourself to acquire the necessary tools to excel. Kobe's relentless determination made his teammates push themselves too. He made everyone around him play better. Kobe once said something that has stuck with me ever since. He said, "I see the beauty in getting up in the morning and being in pain, because I know all the hard work that it took to get to this point." He was referring to the physical pain that all professional athletes learn to live with in pursuit of excellence. But his statement is even more profound than that, because we all arise from bed each day with some pain, the pain of lost loved ones, the pain of lost dreams, the pain of aging out of relevance. Yet we endure that pain because it's the worthwhile cost of the daily joys and delights we experience in loving and dreaming and in growing older among family and friends. I like to think of athletes as artists. Like the painter or poet, the athlete offers a temporary distraction from the struggles of life, as well as the keen insights that help lessen the weight we all carry. We batted our hands in amazement as we watched Kobe defy the laws of gravity and movement as he leapt, dodged, and pirouetted from one end of the court to the other. He was a defender's worst nightmare. And that was entertainment. We learned from him that the limits of what is physically possible can be expanded, given enough effort and enough heart. That was insight. That was Kobe. A statue is a wonderful contradiction. It captures a person frozen in time, while at the same time acknowledges that the reason there is a statue in the first place is because that person is timeless. We're all here today to honor a man who represents not just extraordinary sports achievement, but also timeless values and inspire us all to try harder to be not just better, but our best. Thank you, Kobe.
I had an initial talk when I came to the Laker organization, and Jerry West had provided a room for Kobe to meet with me. It was private prior to the ceremony, and he talked about the fact of how many hours he had watched the former team that I coached play basketball. And he was ready to step into that, and he was ready to win championships. He was 22. Now, I have twin boys that are exactly a year younger than he is, 21. And being a father that has semi-delinquent children, I knew that this guy was much more serious than the children I was raising. He was very serious about this game. We struggled. Toby and I struggled a lot the first year. It was, I will tell you, like looking at Michael Jordan and Come Fly With Me or whatever that video was. He had everything, all the markings, the way he posed, the way he held himself. It was almost amazing. And there were times I would pull him to the sideline and say, don't try to take over this game. It's not time. Don't try to take over this game. But he was dying to do so, and he was ready to do so. I arranged a meeting between Michael and Kobe to give him a little impression of how to handle being in a restricted basketball system that relied on passing the ball to available teammates and wanting to go one-on-one with this guy in front of you. So I arranged, we had a little meeting in the cigar room and off the bar downstairs, and Michael and I were sitting there, and Kobe walked in after a shower and the press and whatnot, and he sat down and he said, Michael, I can take you one-on-one. And Michael said, well, I think you might. I'm 37, you're 22, right? But that was part of his growing up years. And his teammates would come to me and say, you know, Kobe never goes out with us. He's always in his room, he's watching tape, he's doing this and that, but he's not really associating with us. And so I pulled him aside and I said, you want to be captain of the team someday, don't you? And he said, oh, I should be captain now. I said, Kobe, you don't associate with your teammates. You're separate and apart. Well, all they think about are girls and hubcaps and cars and whatever. I'm watching the game. It's a serious business for me. And that was how he was. We wondered, was this going to happen? Were there times, so many times, when I had to kind of pull him over to the sideline and say, not yet. It's not time yet. Go inside, feed Shaq the ball. He'll get it to the open man. When we went into the playoffs, the answers were proven. You all remember various items that happened. One, the lob pass to Shaq in the 7th game of the Portland series that year. The Indiana series when he tore up an ankle in the 2nd game when Rose put his foot underneath him and he landed awkwardly and sprained his ankle. The 4th game in Indiana, he came off during an overtime and won the game for the team, and Shaq picked him up and carried him off the court and said, my little brother won the game for us today.
Thank you. It goes without saying that today is an especially sad day for us, since Kobe and Gigi aren't here for what is supposed to be an incredibly joyous moment in Kobe's legacy. I want to thank you all for being here and showing your love and support for Kobe and our family. I'm thankful for all of the fans, including those watching and supporting from home. Kobe has so many people that have supported him all over the world from the very beginning. And this moment isn't just for Kobe, but it's for all of you that have been rooting for him all of these years. And to the fans here in LA, this is a special city Kobe was so proud to represent. You welcomed him with open arms and have been so important to him, our family, and his legacy. It brings me joy to see how much love you have for all of us. We love you back. I'd also like to thank Jeanie and Linda for their hard work in helping me with the statue and in making this day possible. So much goes into this process, and I'm really grateful for everyone that helped make this special day happen. And for the record, Kobe picked the pose you're about to see. So if anyone has any issues with it, tough shit. It is what it is. Because fans all over the world and the City of Angels loved Kobe so much, he will have 3 statues in front of the arena, also known as the house that Kobe built. One wearing the number 8, one with our beautiful daughter Gianna, and one wearing the number 24. Julia Amrani worked on this particular statue and did a great job of capturing the moment Kobe wanted, while adding the details I requested to make it all come together. One detail you may notice on the statue is that all of our daughters' names are tattooed on Kobe's arm. Although some of our girls weren't born at the time of that particular moment, that specific detail is for Kobe. A few additional elements that I requested to be added to the statue are Kobe's 5 championship trophies, Kobe's career accolades, the sheath QR code to watch Kobe's highlights pertaining to the statue on your phone, and the triangle-shaped base as a nod to Tex Winter and PJ's triangle offense. Clearly, it was that trio's favorite shape. As a matter of fact, Kobe and Tex spoke so much about scoring within the triangle offense that I often saw triangles in my sleep. Now you'll get to think of them too. Thanks, PJ. Phil, Kareem, Derek, and Jeanie, you meant a whole lot to Kobe. We appreciate you for being here and sharing your memories of my husband with us today. As I see today's current generation of star players follow in Kobe's footsteps with huge scoring games, I know he would take pride in knowing that he is still pouring inspiration into the game that was so special to him. I don't want to reveal too much about the statue before you see it, so I'll leave you with one of my husband's amazing quotes. Leave the game better than you found it, and when it comes time for you to leave a legend. And that he did.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet to honor the Mamba, Kobe Bryant, the new statue.
We want to thank you all for your attendance today. I know it's a day you'll all always remember, and always keep Kobe in your hearts. Go Lakers. I want the rest, all of you.